Harlow. I got a couple questions for you. Since you're sitting around the house just not, doing anything, goofing off, figure I'd put that mechanical mastermind to work of yours. And I figured since this is a question for your car care corner, what better way to ask it than while I'm driving down the road? So, I was only going to have one question, but I thought if I got time, I'll do a couple of them here. My wife drives an 03 Dodge Stratus. I know that may not be your specialty, but, an engine's an engine. They all work fairly close to the same. So she was having an issue where every time she comes to a stoplight, she tells me it's not running right. It runs, kind of rough. So I get in, take it for a drive. You come up to a stop sign, and it starts missing. You take off and it seems to run fine. You come up to a stop sign and it misses. And actually, when I was driving it, I came up to one stoplight and it really started, missity, and it finally died. But it started right back up. And so, I hit the key, started right back up, and it never died. She said it's never done that before. It has run rough. So I changed spark plugs, put a new set of spark plugs in. I don't know when the last time they were changed. They were gapped correctly and everything. Take it out for a drive, and it's still doing it. It may be a little better, but probably not much. So I'll go to the parts store, get me a set of plug wires, and while I'm there, I pick up a can of seafoam, put the seafoam in the gas tank. I did not run any through the crankcase or breather. Put new spark plug wires on, and I thought, well, while I'm under there, I might as well do some other, routine tune-up maintenance stuff. So I changed out the air filter, I cleaned the throttle body, I cleaned the mass airflow sensor, which I figure probably none of those have anything to do with it, but just in case I'm under here getting dirty anyway, I might as well do it. Take it for a test drive, and it is a lot better. Incredibly amount better, but it still misses every now and then. And so even after running that entire tank of seafoam through there, on the second tank, it's still, every now and then it still misses. Come to a stop sign, it may or may not miss. Next stop sign, it may miss. Next stop sign, it may miss. Next stop sign, it may not miss. And it doesn't seem to miss or run near as rough. And before or after the spark plugs and wires, you never could tell a difference while you're running down the road. We haven't seen a noticeable difference in gas mileage or anything. So anyway, thoughts, suggestions? Is it computer related, you think? Do I need to take those spark plugs back out and look at them, make sure one of them's not messed up? Is it possible I got a bad plug? If I got a bad plug, wouldn't it be doing it more often, more consistent? So anyway, what do you think about that? Now, second question for you. Let you think on this. I've got an 03 Toyota Tundra that I'm pretty sure I have bent the driver's side rear axle. Driving down the road, it's been about a year and a half ago, snowy, icy. Driving probably about 40 miles an hour. Started fishtailing, doing some 180, 360, 720, spinning, looping. Finally went off down an embankment. The bottom of the embankment, there's like a little drainage ditch, like a little concrete gutter type thing. The rear tire hits that, pops the tire off the rim. Anyway, we get it back up. As soon as I get it back into town, I take it into the shop, have them take that tire off, clean all the mud and gook out of there, tell them what happened. They realign everything, rebalance the tires. The rim does not appear to be warped or bent, which I thought maybe that's might have what happened. One of the shocks was compacted with a bunch of mud and dirt. They cleaned all of that out, cleaned the underside out. But when I drive, that rear tire's got just a little bit of not that much wobble, but it's got a little bit of wobble. Enough wobble that I've had a couple of people come up to me at a stop sign and say, hey, your tire might be loose. And I can hear it kind of grinding. Not grinding, but I can hear a noise in that rear tire wheel back there. I've jacked it up, tire off the ground, everything is solid. Even when I rotate tires, it's still that one, so that's why I don't think it's a rim. The hub, everything looks good just on visual inspection. Yanking, pulling, everything seems tight. I don't see any metal shavings. I don't see any unusual wear and tear. It doesn't get hot. Wheel bearing seems to be good. If that axle is bent, I would think, man, that wheel bearing should go out, but it doesn't seem to be. I don't see any grease, oil, nothing back there. It's just that little bit of a noise. It doesn't seem to wear my tire any more than usual. Of course, I rotate tires about every 5,000 miles anyway. So my question is, do you think it is an axle? If it is, how difficult is that going to be for me to do without any special tools besides, a regular old tool set? So, and that may be incredibly hard to answer without actually tearing it apart and looking into it. But anyway, just thought I'd get your thoughts, suggestions. What do you think I should do? Again, that wheel doesn't seem to be having any ill effect. It's aligned. I can drive hands-free. It's not pulling left or right. I can't feel really any vibrations, whether in the steering wheel or in the body. It's just, people have told me it's got a little bit of a wobble, and when I can get my mirror positioned right, I can see there is a little bit of a wobble. I can hear a little bit of a noise, but that's it. So what do you think? Should I test a couple of things? Should I just try to put an axle in, or should I say, no, I don't think I want to try to put an axle in, take it and let somebody else put an axle in? So anyway, thanks for listening. Oh, and I did replace the muffler bearing, and that didn't seem to help, so let me know.